In the 2024 elections, Donald Trump was declared the winner after the Electoral College tallied the votes. Despite accusations of vote rigging, a high voter turnout helped secure his victory over the incumbent. MPs are now discussing the results and their impact on future elections. Wow, so many new words and expressions. Are you confused? Oh, I'm sure that you would really love to understand them. So let's get down to business. Hello, my favorite student, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, English with Speaker. My name is Tanya. In today's lesson, we're going to learn vocabulary for elections. If you love learning grammar or feel that grammar is your weak point, or you simply want to have all rules in one place, here's my book, Boost Your Grammar. There you will find the information about all the tenses in the English language, bonus chapters, comparative tables, and exercises. This book will help you when you feel lost and cannot explain mistakes you make. Follow the link in the description box and get it. And now let's jump back to the lesson. Let's start with actions. So the first and the main action is to vote. To vote. It means to express your choice or opinion, especially by officially writing a mark on a piece of paper, or by raising a hand or speaking in a meeting. To count the votes, you tally the votes. To tally the votes means to count the votes. So you tally the votes to find out the returns. To find out the returns means to learn the results of the voting in an election. There is another phrasal verb that is often used in this context, and that is take place. Take place. It means to happen. For example, the elections take place in March. That means that they are planned to happen in March. Next one is to call an election. To call an election. To call an election means to decide that an election will be held. The president has decided to call an election next month to choose new members of parliament. To rig an election. To rig an election. It means to unfairly change or control the results of an election. For example, it was discovered that some officials tried to rig the election by changing the results, which made many people question the fairness of the vote. And the last one in this category is to tamper with votes. To tamper with votes. It means to touch or make changes to something that you should not, usually without enough knowledge of how it works, or when you're trying to damage it. Now, people. So the first one is candidate. Candidate. By the way, you can say candidate, you can say eight, candidate, or candidate. It's up to you. So candidate is a person who is competing to get a job or elected position. And we have a nominee. A nominee. A nominee is a person chosen by a political party to run for a certain office. And what is the difference between a candidate and a nominee? You can become a candidate by yourself, but you can become a nominee if other people want you to be. So all nominees are candidates, but not all candidates are nominees. The next important person in an election is a voter. A voter. A voter is a person who votes, expresses their opinion in an election. Now, MP. MP. MP is a member of parliament. The next one is an incumbent. An incumbent. An incumbent is a person who had or still has a particular position. So Donald Trump won the election and Joe Biden is the incumbent. He still has this job, but until March, right? An incumbent is a noun, but it has the same form as an adjective. So we can say the incumbent president. The incumbent president. Like Joe Biden is the incumbent president now. The next one is a party. A party, and it's not like dancing. A party is an organization of people with particular political beliefs that competes in elections. So they can be the Democratic Party, the Conservative Party, and Democratic Party and Conservative Party are opposing parties. If we talk about the US election, there are some things you should know. So first of all, they have Electoral College. Electoral College. In the US election, voters do not vote directly for the president, but for the members of the Electoral College, who are then expected to vote directly for the president based on vote numbers. You also need to know these two words, red and blue. Red represents Republicans, and you can hear it in the expression red states. Red states. By this, they usually mean Texas, Alabama, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Idaho. Blue represents Democrats, and you can hear it in the expression blue states. Blue states. By this, they usually mean California, New York, Massachusetts, Washington, Illinois. Moving on to things. Things. And we'll start with a vote. A vote. A vote is the act of showing or expressing your opinion on a piece of paper or by raising your hand in a meeting, for example. There is an expression with a vote that means to cast a vote, to cast a vote, and that basically means to vote. So you may say to vote or to cast a vote. Then if you want to vote or if you want to cast a vote, you go to a polling station. Polling station. A polling station is a place where people go to vote in an election. When you enter a polling station, you will see voting booths. Voting booths. A voting booth is a small area where you can cast a vote in private. Inside these booths, you will find ballots, or ballot papers. These are the papers where you mark the party or the candidate you want when you vote. Then you place or put your ballot or a ballot paper in a ballot box. And that's it. Your job at the polling station is done. Then to affect your choice, there's a lot of propaganda. So propaganda is information, images, videos, opinions, often only giving one side of an argument. And they're usually broadcast or published with the intention of influencing people's opinions. The next one is vote rigging or ballot rigging. Vote rigging or ballot rigging. So you remember from the section actions what is to rig a vote. To rig a vote. Now here is a noun, vote rigging or ballot rigging. So vote rigging is the practice of using illegal methods to obtain some certain results in an election. And in the end, there is always a victory of one of the candidates or one of the nominees. So there can be a landslide victory. A landslide victory. A landslide victory is the winning of an election with an extremely large number of votes. On the other side, there is also a hollow victory. Hollow victory. This is a victory that feels disappointing and meaningless. Now let's go back to the passage from the beginning of our lesson and read it again. In the 2024 elections, Donald Trump was declared the winner after the Electoral College tallied the votes. Despite accusations of vote rigging, a high voter turnout helped secure his victory over the incumbent. MPs are now discussing the results and their impact on future elections. How was it now? Was it better? Do you like your progress? I hope you do. And if you do, like this video, share it with your friends or family members, and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. But that's it from me. Thank you for being here with me today. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!